training camp?
I don't know what she's doing, honestly.
Word
For
on the
me
street
to
is she's still right back at Glendale Fight Club.
listen, whether or not that guy Edmond has had success with some of his students, or like what issues they've had, you can't deny that he's worked wonders with her hands. Like her striking ability, when she was warming up for that Bethe Correia fight, and they were in Brazil, they were on the sand, and they're doing these pad drills together. Yeah. She looked fantastic, right? You look at her when she first started striking, you look at it till now, that's a big percentage of that is those two working together. So there's no denying there's some merit to what he does, unquestionably. I mean, he's definitely helping her. You would have to examine the whole camp like a scientist. You'd have to sit down to do this right. Like you got a world-class, world championship level racehorse in a woman like Ronda Rousey, right? Or any fighter for that matter. And if you were the overseer, if you were someone who could say, okay, what is the best course of this thing? Like how do you? Well, you have to address technical issues. You got to address psychological issues. You got to address comfort, nutrition, all these different things. You'd say, okay, technically, what are we trying to achieve? Victory, right? Like, what is her best options? Like, is she training with the best kind of sparring partners? And the thing is, you don't fucking know. Like, one person could do it one way and be super successful, then everybody says, well, that's the way to do it. You don't spar, and you only do drills, and then you ride bikes. Yeah. That's what Donald Cerrone's been doing. Or you could go the Eddie Alvarez route, right? Eddie Alvarez sparred like 150 rounds preparing for Rafael dos Anjos. So he went the other route. He just said, we're going fucking crazy. We're going to go old school, crazy. We're going to go in there and brawl and just be completely prepared to fight.
But Cerrone doesn't continuously train without sparring, does he?
Yes.
How long has he been doing that?
Since the fight with Dos Anjos. He was talking about it. He said, you take too much punishment in the gym. He's like, you're taking too much punishment in sparring. And he had some issues where I think he said he closed his eyes and his equilibrium was giving out. And he was falling. And he was like, what the fuck? And he realized he found out later it was an inner ear issue, I think it was, right?
I had
ear infection.
Like a vertigo type thing.
Oh, it was a nose clogging one that had affected his inner ear. I think it was like an infection in some way. But so he decided, let's just do drills. I know how to fight.
Yeah.
And he's had incredible results. So I think some other guys are doing that too.
And the frequency that Cerrone fights at as well. He can probably get by without doing that because he's in the ring enough where he doesn't need to be in the ring extra.
I think you're right. I think there's that too. It's like there's a comfortable balance, and it's probably one of the reasons why he likes to fight so much.
He's easily the most active fighter in the game.
He definitely tries to be.
Yeah.
But the problem also is, like, right now, like, setting up the right fight for a guy like him is probably not that easy. You know, I mean,
because he's always ready.
Well, he's always ready, and but setting up a fight for him is like, you know, it's a high-profile fight, but it's also a dangerous fight. So you got to say, okay, who do you set him up with? Because after you see what he did to Rick Story, you go, holy shit! Like Donald at 170 is like some new thing.
Yeah,
he's a new thing. Like he's way healthier. It's just. It kills me to think that guy was starving himself for all those years.
He's a big dude.
He's not small, but at 155, he just didn't have the durability. And at 170, god damn, he's looking good. Yeah. It's amazing. It's a crazy sport, isn't it?
You know, I love it. So, you know, and I love being there at those things. And you know, when you get to know the fighters and stuff, and you hear a little inside talk, and it's always interesting, you know.
I know it is, man.
Because you know, you realize when you meet them and you talk to them that they're just guys doing a job. They're not looking at it as, I just want to be the toughest guy in the world. They're like, I got to get more money out of this.
Well, there's definitely that aspect of it, but there's also the guys that just want to go in there and be the toughest guy in the world as well.
Those are usually the new guys.
Sometimes, yeah.
The older guys are like, look, I already know I'm tough, and everybody else knows I'm tough. Now I got to monetize this. Yeah,
there's so many factors at play, you know, when it comes to fighting. There's genetics, which play a giant role. There's certain guys that are just built better for it. They just got a lucky roll of the dice, and they have better, just the design of their body's better. Like their shape is better. It works better. They can hit you harder. Their jaw's bigger. Yeah. They can take more punishment.
They got genetics on their side.
Yeah, there's always going to be guys like that. So you're seeing guys like that now, but then you're seeing like the mental aspect of it. How many guys have mental coaches now and hypnotists and shit?
It's such a weird game now,
dude.
I mean, any fight sport now is very different than it was. You know, in the '80s when I was training boxing, there was no nutrition. There was no.
Yeah.
So I think I might have said it before. My coach would get to the gym. My coach would be like, "Go run," and I'm like, "I just want to box." He's like, "No, you got to go run." And then I would like, "All right." And I go, "Where do I run to?" And he goes, "Run up to, Torbram and 7 and come back." And I'm like, "All right." And right at that intersection was a McDonald's, just a little bit down. So I would run to the McDonald's and get a milkshake, and then I would walk back. Because I made sure I ran there as fast as I could
to get a milkshake.
So I could walk back, and then I would run.
Found the issue
in the last half, so I would be sweating and a little bit out of breath when I got there.